Keller Williams Command brings the agent operating system and the consumer operating system together seamlessly.
Command organized everything for me and put it in one place.
When you have dominion over what you've got at your fingertips, it gives you the opportunity to grow. I was always moving between these different applications,
but none of them talk to one another. And as a result, there's lost clients, which means lost dollars.
A spreadsheet for my finances.
We had 7 or 8 different logins.
A spreadsheet for my showings reports, for my listings, my price adjustments.
It was a big time drain.
Our goal is nothing short of reinventing how people experience real estate through technology and making sure that you're the owner of that technology.
We wanted to build a platform that would connect Keller Williams agents all over the world. This technology was built by agents, directed for agents, and ultimately created to make your lives better.
We really took time with each one of the applets, getting to know how it could help us in our business, and designs was huge because it eliminated that Canva expense. We templated what is our brand going to be, and now everything is branded, it's succinct, it takes seconds to create new listing, under contract, just closed.
We use the campaigns dashboard a lot. Within the campaigns dashboard, we can send direct mailers out to neighborhoods that we farm. You just choose like an area, or you can say 123 Main Street, we want like 250 mailers to go out for just listed within a 5-mile radius, or you choose a radius. We also use the campaigns dashboard to set up social media ads and pay-per-click ads to not only be in our hyper-local area, but also farm outside to gain more territory.
The way people are shopping for homes has changed. Everything is social, everything is on the phone. So if you can't be on the phone and them have direct access to you as their agent, you're losing. You can tell a real estate agent built this app, and that's what I appreciate. If they find a property within the app and they want to ask about it, it goes directly to you.
It's a really great way of being able to connect with your client if you're using the same platform together, and I can see what they're accessing, what's interesting them, when they're clicking on things, when they're opening things. So it helps me also be more efficient how I'm working with my clients.
With smart plans, I'm allowed to set it and forget it. I don't have to worry about clients falling through the cracks.
It keeps track of things that we wouldn't otherwise think of. You know, my clients' home anniversaries, their birthdays, the things that build that feel-good relationship with your clients, it automates. And so it makes those touches so much easier to keep track of and to make happen.
So what's really neat about Opportunities is that it will track that lead and that business through the process, not just track it in terms of steps, but also the math behind it. Every step of the way, as I get closer to a closing, I'm starting to realize those dollars. And as someone that knows pretty much every CRM out there, I've never seen this before.
For me as a team leader, I use the Opportunities dashboard the most, just looking at the numbers and seeing where we are. Conversion rates,
Average commission, we're tracking what our sales price is.
GCI, probable income, potential income, all those things are things that I'm looking at, and then ways to lead generate, ways to get more listings, ways to get more business within the team.
I can make smart business decisions based on where are we going to spend more money, where are we going to cut back, and it's all right there in one spot.
So like Gary said, when you know the right numbers, hitting the mark becomes the entire focus of the team. And so for us, when we want to know our numbers, we look at the reports dashboard to make sure that we're on track.
You know, I could see what's on my agents' dashboards, but then I could also see how they're interacting. I could see where they're winning. I could see where they're not winning, and I could coach specifically to what it is I'm seeing. If I see a number of appointments being set and a number of appointments being held, but no listings being taken, and I have a tool that exposes that deficiency, what should I be coaching or training around?
Command has simplified our lives on the back end of running a team with a lot of moving parts and pieces and human capital. It's allowed us to go to one place to get the answers that we're looking for in almost every single facet of our business.
The cost per lead is ridiculously low. If I was spending $3,000 before, I can spend like $150 or $200 now. It's been like 95 cents a lead on Command.
One of our CRMs, we were paying as much as $2,000 a month.
I could take the money I was spending on a CRM and I could support another family by hiring somebody full-time into our organization.
We were able to cut our expenses by 50%. So moving to Command was just like a no-brainer. We can save money if we go to a free platform versus paying for one or two, right?
We
We've leveraged the technology within Command and allowed for that to enhance our business.
From A to pay, it just simplified everything.
You could tell that this was made for agents by agents.
What Keller Williams Command does better than any other system out there is it keeps you relevant and it keeps you right in the middle of the transaction and it doesn't let any detail slip by.
Real estate is about helping people with one of the most fundamental aspects of their lives, home. And you are the expert they turn to. And not just when someone buys or sells, but before, after, and all the little spaces in between. So it can be frustrating when you don't have the time or technology to know when someone needs your help. And when you miss that opportunity, it creates a gap that someone or something else can step into. So let's close that gap and give you the time and technology you need to build high-quality relationships with more people. Let's join forces and demand our technology not replace us, but help us be more human, more present, more everything. Let's take Command. Built exclusively by and for Keller Williams agents, Command is your do-it-all, do-it-quickly, people-centric, less stress, more time, end-to-end platform to grow your relationships, your pipeline, and your market share. Whew! Luckily, using it is a lot easier than explaining everything it does, but let's give it a try. Organize, customize, and sync all your contacts. Group them however you want. Know exactly who to reach out to, when, and about the things they really care about. Send personalized neighborhood-centric just-in-time marketing materials in a snap. Have more conversations, build more relationships, earn more business. Say, "Hey Kelly," and escape from your desk in the office. Add a new contact, log notes, and sync everything while on the go. Seamlessly and transparently source, send, and manage referrals through one of the world's largest and most profitable referral networks. Deploy an ROI-maximized ad campaign across Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter in like 30 seconds. Integrate the systems and tools you already use every day. Automate paperwork and background tasks. Access real-time revenue projections, end-to-end ROI insights, and goal tracking to get a bird's-eye view of your business. Have more conversations, build more relationships, earn more business. Command empowers you to be a better agent by giving you more time, more value, and more freedom. And best of all, it ensures you and your relationship with your clients remain at the heart of real estate, where you belong.
We don't get it right all the time. Nobody does. Sometimes we fail, but we fail forward. A couple years ago, we started reworking the Command app. We discovered that we had real AI all along. Agent intelligence. You told us what we did wrong, so we could work to make it right. And the only way to truly get it wrong is to give up. But we didn't give up. We hired the best to make the best. We kept building for you. We broke it down, we beefed it up. We went mobile, baby. And now that it's ready, we're not finished. Let our competitors say pencils down. It's not just about where we are, it's about where we're going. And we'll keep building the platform to go anywhere that you want to go. More time, more education, more contacts, more connections, more insights, more integrations, more on the go. More simple, more success, more results, more referrals. More leads, more listings, more leverage, more wealth. More human, more often. More MREA. We wrote the book on real estate, and now we've built the tech. A bigger and better network, so you could build yours. We transformed the technology from worry to works, from From bugs to business, from doubt to double down. This is where she who controls the lead controls the industry. Take control of your database. Take control of your leads. Take control of your money. Take back control and take command. This is now an app with a fiduciary interest. An app that makes your fight personal. This is an intuitive real estate machine that learns, corrects, improves, anticipates, just like entrepreneurs. Built for agents, by agents. This is 𝗓𝗏 𝗟𝗏𝗏, made not just to keep up with you, but make you faster. Take ground, take command. This is the place, and this is the technology, built for entrepreneurs to thrive. We did more than make it right. We made it us. Onward.
Whether you're a leader or agent, 𝗏𝗏 Command enables you to manage and grow your business through one powerful integrated platform.
A typical agent spends more than 60% of their time away from their desk. That means you have to be able to take your business wherever you go. The Command app makes it possible. When you are on the go, everything you need is right there on your phone.
You can access and manage your contacts, respond to new leads, prioritize daily tasks, and manage your opportunities, all within the Command app. Tasks are the backbone of your day. Within the Command app, you can easily add and manage tasks, then see a clear snapshot of what needs to get done when.
So your to-do list is always up to date and prioritized.
The Command app makes tracking contacts and leads easy. With built-in integrations for texting and calling, including Twilio and WhatsApp, you can effortlessly log a call or text, then instantly view it on your contact's timeline.
There is a reason Command Mobile has a 4.8 out of 5 rating in the App Store.
The Command app makes it easy to build, foster, and maintain relationships with your sphere of influence. You can assign a lead to a smart plan, add tags, and create notes, so you'll always remember what's important to your clients. You can manage your opportunities and always keep your pipeline updated. In-app and push notifications ensure you won't miss out on anything important.
Plus, the app makes it easy to manage read and unread notifications and to set reminders.
You'll always be in the know and ready for action whenever and wherever you get new info, like seeing who's requested a tour or who's inquiring about a property. Like we said, we're serious about helping you thrive.
With the Command app, everything you need is at your fingertips.
Command was created to help entrepreneurs like you thrive. Whether you're a market center leader or agent, 𝗏𝗏 Command enables you to run and grow your business through one powerful and integrated platform. We built Command around Gary's proven laws of lead generation. Build a database, feed it daily, and communicate with it systematically. It's all about being more human, more often, with more people. We want you to thrive in this market and capture your unfair share of every market. That's why we help you generate more leads for less. Using Command, you can upload your contacts and start a high-impact marketing campaign without spending a dime. You can run targeted ads across media channels, including Google, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, with just one login. In Command, you can create one-off listing campaigns or always-on recruitment programs with push-button ease. No marketing expertise required. You'll do in 9 minutes what used to take 9 hours. And at less than $3 a lead, you'll pay a fraction of what everyone else in the industry is paying. Save time, save money. Sold. Like we said, we're serious about helping you thrive. For streamlined lead gen, it's all right there. Friends, it's time for you to take command.
Good morning, everybody. Can you hear me well? If you can hear me, please press 1. You can hear me, please press 1. All right, everyone can hear me very, very well. I hope everyone had a good. Today is actually a national holiday in my country called Malaysia, and it's why it's called Malaysia Day. But I'm here. I'm so glad I'm able to have conversation with you all here today as well. So thank you so much for joining us. I know we are in our new season, our second episode of Shift. I'm not sure if Andy Manila is here already. Andy, are you there? I thought I saw him came in just now. There you go. Andy, you there?
Good morning. Yes, good morning. Good morning.
Right. How are you, Andy? Where are you now?
Good morning, Jonathan. Hi, how was your weekend?
I'm good. Where are you?
Yep, I'm at the club. I'm at
You're at the club.
because
Okay.
I have another meeting after this. So, at the sports club, but I'm not doing sports. I'm just eating.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Okay.
Anyway, good morning, everyone. I hope you enjoyed the first tactic last week, which was very exciting, which is very interesting, which is very important because, of course, we have to start with the mindset. And we thank Jonathan here again, who's already now a very prominent figure now in with the practitioners here in the Philippines. Okay, so last week we had a very important session about the perspectives and mindset, and which means you really have to be prepared with what's going to happen. We cannot control the market, but what we control is how we respond to the market. See, some of us are very negative. I mean, they don't even want to start. Now, the others are extremely positive. Imbalance whenever some surprises happen. So what's important is we just have to be prepared for the worst, but we aim for the best. Okay. But now, if something happens, sometimes we're used to doing things and spending a lot of things in items, which may work in a good market. But what if a shift comes? What if an unexpected event comes? How are we prepared? So today we're going to discuss about remargining your business. What expenses are very important? What expenses can we live without? And what expenses are indispensable? So again, we will be listening today from Jonathan, who will be teaching us how to survive and even thrive in any market shift. So
Right.
again, thank you very much, Jonathan.
Thank you, Andy. Please feel free to chip in and ask questions as you go along the way. But I want to just quickly remind everyone, you all can see my screen now. Hang on, I'm going to put my slideshow on. Right, you all see my screen? Right. So the idea of shift is we need to understand shift is a movement of the market. It's a time where either it's a upshift or a downshift. Now, yes, last week as we were talking, some of you was in the opinion that we were actually in some sort of a downshift in the Manila area, right? Or in the Philippines. So there's a little bit of a downshift going on in the Philippines. Some countries are different. Like for example, in Malaysia, I believe there's going to come. We are about to enter an upshift in the market. So every market is a little bit different, and it could be also different in your own local, hyper-local market. So if you are in potentially a luxury market, you may experience it differently. So, but this is just a principle behind it. Now, in any shift, especially a downshift, one of the key things is you will see that there will be lesser real estate agents in the market. There will be some agents who choose either to leave the industry or they choose to stay still. Just like what Andy said, because they say, oh, this is a downshift market. I'm going to wait for a while. I'm going to see what happens. I'm going to spend any money. I'm going to do anything because it's a downshift market. Now, I want to tell to those agents, that's a very, very big mistake, because when you're in the downshift, the agent that does more than you will thrive. And not only that, when the market picks up, they will beat you in the market because they were more prepared than you. So the idea is not to leave the market and stay in the market as long as you can, but at the same time, find a way to win the market, find a way to stay in the market and be relevant in the market. Now, there are seasonal cycles, there are economic shift, there is a potential of a different perspective, but the goal is there will come a time when the market will come back to its original equilibrium, right? And we talked a little bit about that last week. But today, as we move forward, just to give you guys a reminder of what a shift is all about. But today, as what I initiate, is our tactic 2 is expense management. It's how we remargin our business. How the word is remargin, right? And margin means creating space, right, between expense and profit. So the goal is how can you reduce your expense and therefore potentially increase your profit, right? And that's the conversation. But the goal is, what are some of the things that we can learn today that will help us manage our expense so that we can have a better margin, a better space, a better gap between expense and profit, that we can have a better profitability moving forward in our business in this shift. Okay, so the first thing, the main idea is today we need to understand the perspective of expense management. We need to understand what does that really mean. Number 2, we will figure out how to measure your market, size up your business. Number 4 is, most importantly, action plan for you to do today will be cutting the fat. How do you cut the fat? Because you don't need the fat, you just need the meat, right? Make the most of what you have. You have to think about what are the resources that you have, the bottom line, and what your action plan. So these are the key 6-7 main ideas that we want to leave with you as we go towards the end of this session today, right? Okay, cool. Now let's talk about expense management. Now, protect your margin. The goal is, what's your profit margin? And I ask questions to most agents. My consistent answers from most agents is, I don't know what's my profit margin. I just know how much money comes to my account every month and how much I spend. Wait, you don't think about what's left over in your account at the end of the month. That's your margin. So you minus your expense, you minus your personal expense. What's that profit margin that is left in your account? That's important. That's something that you need to work on in order for you to run your business successfully. Protecting your margins means saving your business, right? How much money can you set aside every month, right? Now, if not, it's time to cut back on expenses. Now, expenses, the challenge with expenses, cutting expenses, is most agents tell me, I'm going to cut expenses on marketing. I'm going to cut expenses on generating leads. I'm going to cut expenses on training. I'm going to cut expenses on subscription. So you're going to be very clear what are key expenses that you potentially can cut. Anything that can increase your potential of sales, I will argue that you shouldn't be cutting, right? Or you should be looking at it carefully rather than just chop it off straight away, right? And the question is, can you really thrive in this down market? You will feel very uncomfortable in a down market. You will feel that things are not moving forward. Everybody will be affected in the downturn market. But cutting expenses fast, anyone can thrive in the long market. Now, what expenses are we talking about? So I think the opportunity to cut expenses starts from your personal expenses, right? So what are some of the personal expenses that you can cut? So let me just give you a perspective. How many of you, tell me, what's your average spending on marketing per month in your business? Put in the chat box, please. What's your average spending per month for marketing in your chat box? Is it 5,000 pesos, 10,000 pesos, 0, 50,000 pesos? What's that spending that you have? Put in the chat box, please. How much is that? How much are you spending? Anyone? Okay, I see one person. 10,000 pesos per month. Anyone else? Thank you, Mark, for sharing. Anyone else? There's no wrong or right answer here, guys. Anyone else? Only one person spend money on marketing. Nobody else. 5,000 pesos, 35,000 pesos a month. Awesome. 10K per month. Awesome. Ask yourself this question right now. How many leads are you getting per week, per month? Some of you spending 50,000 pesos. Right. For those who answer the question, ask yourself this question. How many of you are getting how many leads per month? for the money you are spending right now, if you spend 50,000 pesos, how many leads are you getting per week, per month? Anyone? Put in the chat box. Think about it. 5 leads per month. So if you spend 10,000, you get 5 leads per month. So leads could mean buyer leads, it could mean listing leads, right? So buyer or listing leads, it doesn't matter which leads, but either buyer or listing leads. So okay, someone said 5 leads per month. I think you spend about 10,000. That gives you about 2,000 pesos per lead. That's your cost per lead, right? Around 200 leads, awesome. Jack gets about 200 leads. I think you spend about 15,000. That's a good cost per lead, right? So you need to understand 20 quality leads, awesome. So you know best. What does that mean? Now the question is, if I were to cut this expense, would I reduce my leads or increase your leads? Likely you will reduce your leads. The challenge is, what other expense should I cut? Or what can I do to increase more leads for the same amount of money, right? And if you look back at your personal expense, how are we spending our personal expense? A lot of times, the first expense you need to cut is your own personal lifestyle expense. For example, I've been to Manila frequently right now. I noticed there are a lot of Starbucks or Coffee Bean in Manila. Like if you spend lesser on those things, or you cut your expenses on Netflix, or you cut your expenses on certain things that you do, you realize, you calculate back, actually you have a lot of, if you can save quite a bit of money, right? So the goal is to cut your personal expenses first before you cut your business expense. Because the business expense is something that you sometimes do not want to move forward, or do not want to chop it off, because you will reduce your leads. And when you reduce your leads, this is your problem. Now, the challenge is this: in the same amount of money I spend, how do I double up my leads? So you're going to ask yourself this question. In the same amount of money I spend, what do I need to do to double up my leads? Now, it could be I actually collected a lot of leads, but I didn't follow up with them. Therefore, I did not know the quality of my leads. So the idea of understanding the number of leads that you have and following them up systematically is important, because then you can increase the chances of having a lead. Now, it could be last month I generated 100 leads, but only 10 were quality, 90 was not quality for you at that moment. But what happened to that 90 leads that you did last month? What are you doing with it, right? Ask yourself, do I need to do things that can help me increase the leads that the potential of having more leads in the same amount of money I spend? Or could I cut my expenses? Could I cut my cost of marketing that will give me, but I will still earn the same amount of leads? So for example, if I'm spending 50,000, if I cut 25,000, would I be able to generate the amount of leads? My next question is, if you spend that amount of money, some of you say 50,000, 20,000, 100, 15,000, or whatever the number is, ask yourself, what is it that you are spending on? What is the source of lead generation that you are spending on? Is it marketing through Facebook? Is it marketing through the portals? What is it? And find out which one works best, right? I'm sure you have 2 or 3 sources of lead gen, right? Which one works best? Maybe the one that works best, I will put more money there. The one that doesn't work, I will cut it off, right? You need to ask yourself that question. This is the time to measure your market, right? It's time to measure your lead gen. Now, ask yourself this question in this market. As you measure your market, check 6 key market indicators. There is more inventory than before. Ask yourself. So ask yourself this first question here. In your market that you're working on, are there more listings available? Are there more inventory? And it could be yes and no, depending on where you are at, right? So question to everyone on the floor who is listening right now on Zoom and Facebook. Is your market having more inventory than before? Anyone? So put in the chat box. Is your market having more inventory than before? Are you seeing more listings coming to the market than before? Yes. Awesome. More listings, more inventory is coming to the market. Some will say no, less inventory. Yes. So it depends on your market, right? So you need to watch that market very closely, okay? Is the inventory taking more days to sell? So a lot of listings are those listings taking more time to sell? Yes, more inventory, more leads. Yes, especially condos in the metro area. It's taking more times to sell. There you go. Fewer pendings. Pendings meaning fewer units are sort of in negotiation, right? There are lesser negotiation going on. There are lesser pending sales going on, right? Board doesn't apply to your market here. Lower production and value. Are you seeing lower production and or volume? Yes, you're looking for more inventories because you're looking for more listings. Correct. Are you seeing fewer leads right now in this market? Now, if you're seeing some of these key indicators, likely your market is already in a shift. Right? Likely your market is already in a shift, right? Right. So watch your pipeline. Now ask yourself now, how many closings are you seeing moving forward from here? What is your pipeline like? If you look at the next 60 days, how many buyers that you have in your pipeline that potential will commit to buy something? If your pipeline is less right now, then you need to know. If your pipeline, you have a lot of deals in your pipeline, then fantastic. You are having a fantastic business. But you're having lesser business in the pipeline, meaning in the next 60 days, I've got only 2 potentially that is available. Sorry, it's a question here. What's the good way to test that? Jack, what do you mean by testing? What is it specifically you want to test? Feel free to unmute yourself or put in the chat box. I need to clarify your question. Like, how quickly can they convert? You mean from listing to sale? Is that what you're trying to say? Yes, awesome. So it depends on the potential availability or stock availability in the market. If your stock in the list in the same listing that you have, the supply is high, you will see that it will take a long time. Conversion to sale normally comes down to how many demand is there in the market right now. I know data is not really available in your market in the Philippines, but a very simple thing is this. Look at your portals. How many listings of the similar price, similar size, similar unit in that particular block or the block surrounding it? How many do they have there right now? And what's the asking prices? If the asking prices are in the price range where most clients won't be looking at this point in time, then likely you will be there for a very long time. That is why one part of our shift tactic is to how do we price our property correctly, right? A lot of times in any market, any property can be sold. It's just a question of how do you price it quickly. So inventory checking is very important. Inventory checking is something that you need to do almost every week or every day if you can, to figure out how many new listings is coming onto the market. Because if you don't know the inventory in the market, right, you wouldn't know what's available in the market. So that's important. Conversion to sale is really down to right now in the shifting market, like some of you said, like for example, in the Metro Manila area, there's a lot of condos. One of the key things that you need to do is to learn to price it correctly to attract the right buyers that's ready to buy. Because the right buyers that are ready to buy are attracted to pricing. So pricing is probably the most important thing. And that's something that we can talk about in the next topic. We have a next topic right now, right? So, but the most important thing we want to talk about right now is your pipeline. Do you see yourself having sufficient income in the next 60 days? So let me ask you another question. Do you think in the next 60 days, the deals that you may close is going to cover your expenses? Right? So that's the question you have to ask yourself. If you're not, then you need to figure out what needs to happen, right? And tracking your pipeline is very critical right now. Every week, you should be asking yourself, how many appointments do I have? How many listings have I taken? And most importantly, how many buyers am I serving right now that is willing to close within the next 30, 60, 90 days? Right now, in your pipeline, you should have buyers that is willing to close within the next 30, 60, 90 days and sellers that is willing to close within the next 30, 60, 90 days. Because if they are not willing to do that, then you are not able to track the potential income in your pipeline. The challenge is we have owners that say, I want to sell, but I'm not sure how much I want to sell. You find me a buyer and find me a price, then we talk. That kind of buyer, that kind of opportunity, it's not a great opportunity right now. You should have a 30, 60, 90 days pipeline, right? Ready for sellers and buyers at the same time, okay? Now, by understanding that, you'll be able to look at how many projected income that you have. So ask yourself this question: how many of you know that you potentially have closings in the next 2 months or in the next 60 days? If you know, press 1. If you're unsure, press 2. If you don't know, press 3. Okay, you know, press 1. Great. If you know, press 1. If you are unsure, press 2. If you don't know, press 3. Again, there's no right and wrong answer. There's no judgment here. The goal is to bring you some understanding so that you are able to ask yourself where you are right now and what I need to do. The goal of going through a shift series is really bring realization to us, to understand where we are, what's going on in the market, and how we respond to the market. Now, if you don't know, I encourage you to watch the video and follow us in our training in the next 6 weeks. You will be able to learn stuff that you can do. Most importantly, you need to take action, right? You need to take action. Okay, so start your business right now. Have a clear picture of your financial situation, right? You'll be able to see what adjustment make, right? Look at your personal expenses and your business expenses. Understand. Go down, sit down, look at what are the expenses that you have in your personal life, meaning those are non-negotiable. So there are expenses that is non-negotiable. For example, your house payment, your car payments, your mobile phone payment, right? Those are all fixed payments that you have to be clear that you need to do this. And then look at your business costs and ask yourself, with all these costs right now, how much business do I need to cover by expense? Right? It's really a very, very important. And I know most agents, including myself, really drag ourselves to do this exercise because it's really very tiring. And most of the time, it's very scary. But then you realize, oh, shoot, I'm in deep trouble. And many times I've gone through that experience before I understand how you feel. But the most importantly is speak to someone in your office or your business or your partner or a friend, right? Go through these expenses and really try to understand where you are right now and then what is the number of business that you need to do in order to achieve your goal. Because if you don't know this right now, it's very hard to adjust, right? It's very hard to adjust. Your personal expense and your business expense. Those two things have to come hand in hand right now, especially in the tough market, right? Your personal expense, you might need to adjust your lifestyle. Right? You might need to categorize your personal expense to know where your money is going. Some are fixed and non-negotiable. Some are negotiable. Some are things that you don't really need, but it's nice to have, right? So you need to understand what does that mean. And your personal expense, how much are you spending and which category is costing you the most, right? So you need to understand that very much. Now, this is very personal, so I'm going to leave it there for you can watch the video again to relook at it and go through this, but you need to understand what are the categories that's costing you the most in your personal expense. Now, your business expense, follow a budget for your business. Understand what are you spending on. Now, if you follow our GPS lesson a few weeks ago, you should be using your chartered accounts or P&L statement in the GPS tool. Now, you have not have a GPS tool. Virtual Support Hannah, can you please share the GPS tool on the chat box so that they can download that and they can use it. The GPS tool really helps us understand how much money you are spending and where are you spending and what's the ROI on that money, on the money that you're spending. Tracking your lead gen activity is very important right now, right? Tracking your lead gen activity is very important right now. If you say, for example, if I'm spending 10,000 on FB and it's getting me this X number of leads, are you happy with it? If you're spending money on certain things like Carousel and it's not getting you any leads, should you cut that? I would argue, cut the things that's giving you the least and maintain the one that's giving you the most. And ask yourself, how do I enhance whatever I want to maintain? How do I do better on what I want to do with the money that I'm spending? For example, if you're running Facebook ads, how can I make my Facebook ads better so that I get more leads that is engaging with me? Having views, likes, shares and all that is great, but those don't give me direct business. How can I spend more money that will give me direct leads where someone can be, where I can be having a conversation with someone one-to-one rather than just having a lot of people watching my ads. So be very direct in the outcome that you want. Be very clear in the outcome that you want, right? Find your margin, tally both your personal and business expense, subtract your personal expense and your business expense from your monthly income, and that's your profit, that's your margin. You need to understand where that is right now, right? And this is the challenge for most agents. because we are also attracted and addicted to selling and transacting property. We forget about all this stuff. And that's why, in general, most businesses fail because they don't track this consistently. So I urge you to think about using our tool, the GPS tool. You can download the spreadsheet. You can just immediately make a copy and you can start editing it and use it. Now, if you have a challenge using the GPS tool, speak to someone that invited you to this event so that they can help you to understand how to use the tool, right? Okay, if your income is lower than expenses, you must immediately cut, right? Two things you need to do. If your income is lower than expenses, or if the margin is very tight, you must immediately take 2 steps. Make cut in your expenses and increase your lead generation. Lead gen is the only thing that can save your business right now. Cutting the expenses and increasing the lead gen. What is lead gen that is meaningful? Lead gen that is meaningful is an activity that can generate you someone that is willing to meet you or have conversation with you about a need in property. I repeat, a good lead gen that is meaningful right now is the activity that can help you generate you to meet someone or have a conversation with someone about helping them with their property needs. That's a good lead gen, right? Good lead, a not so good lead gen will be, I want to quickly have more people viewing my videos. I want to have more people liking my posts. Those may not be good lead gen because it is not a direct impact. What you need to do now is to put your money in a place where you have direct impact. So that's important. That's really, really important. Okay, cut the fat. This is the most important, this is the most challenging one, right? What are the expenses that you need to cut, right? And I will ask you this question: what are the expenses that you spend that will generate you more opportunities? What are those that don't generate you more opportunities? You cut those that's not giving you more opportunities, right? This expense this exercise will be very important. For example, maybe I need to cut my Netflix account. I don't know. Maybe I need to cut, I need to stop drinking boba tea. I don't know whether boba tea is popular in Manila, but it costs quite a bit of money in Malaysia, right? So cut boba tea, cut Starbucks, cut all those stuff, right? So what is it that you need to cut in your business, right? Very important. Maybe I should cut working on certain listings that do not give me enough income, right? Maybe I should cut working on certain things because I know transportation and traveling is a cost here as well. Maybe certain places I don't want to work on because it's taking me away from my main goal, and it's taking me away, it's causing me to spend so much money on transportation and traveling. So maybe you need to cut that, for example, right? So you need to figure out what does that mean to you. Feel free to ask questions, right? And try to cut everything zero. Try to say that, hey, if I don't spend money on this way of lead gen, would I be able to lead gen right now? So that's where we need to understand how do we put our budget back to zero and justify every single money that we spend. If I spend on Facebook, is this the right audience or right target that I need to do? Is this the right ads that I need to run? The goal is to reevaluate the entire structure of where you put your money that will give you the best return. Now, the goal is not for you to cut everything and not spend any single money and stay still. That's not what I'm asking you to do. What I'm asking you to do is focus on potential activities or investments that will help you gain more and help you to manage your finance better, right? Start cutting office space. Maybe if I'm renting an office, maybe do I really need an office, right? Do I need to print advertisement? Do I need to print flyers? I told some agents recently, maybe I should stop using business cards and start using virtual digital name cards, right? If you have not seen a digital name card, go talk to a KW agent in Manila Bay. All of them got a digital name card right now. How do I use a digital name card to cut expense? By cutting physical name cards, because physical name cards sometimes may not be the best way. So are you using digital name cards? Maybe that is a way to cut expense, right? Print advertising may not work very well. Maybe I should cut print advertising. Maybe I should reduce office supplies. So if you're renting an office, ask yourself this question: do I really need an office to run my business? Do I really need an office to run my business if you're running a personal independent broker, or could I just work it from home? by cutting the office space, does it really increase my sales? By having my office space, does it really increase my sales? You need to ask questions like that, right? So these are some of the things that you should consider cutting, right? Print advertising is one thing I would encourage you to consider cutting, because today we are in a digital world. We should be talking about how do we spread the news and do marketing collaterals in a digital form, right? I know some areas print advertising is still important, but it's everywhere. Is it true that everything has to be in print? And I argue we shouldn't spend so much money on print. We should go digital, right? That's the way forward. Okay, so think of the 2 areas you can cut today. I want to ask you this question. A question for everyone in the chat room, in the meeting room here today, and also everyone in on Facebook. What are the 2 things that you can cut today? Or what is that one thing you can cut in your business today? Please put in the chat box right now. Let's see. As we have gone through this session today, what are the things that you think you should cut? What expenses do you think you should cut? Let's put in the chat box right now. Anyone? Don't be shy. What do you think is something that you want to think about cutting today? Put in the chat box. Cut Starbucks, okay. Yes, I cut Starbucks and I went Nespresso, so much cheaper. Cut online shopping, that's interesting. Cut online shopping, that's interesting. What else? Expensive coffee, if it's not an important meeting. Cut printed calling cards. Online shopping, cut my diet. There you go. Cut on buy one, take one deals. There you go. What else can you cut? Online shopping is a big one because it's so convenient, right? Online shopping, traveling abroad. That's right. Cut. What else can you cut? Cut printed calling cards. That's right. Yeah. Be careful of cut snacks. I know. Lunch meetings. There you go. That's a good one, Cecile. Lunch meetings. Can I have coffee meetings instead of lunch meetings? Can I meet you at your home instead I meet you at a shopping mall? Can you meet me in my office instead I meet you in a shopping? So you can use those things to cut, right? Use those things to cut so that you can cut certain things that really meaningful, right? Cut on sugar, calories, and alcohol. There you go. Expenses that will not generate ROI. That's right. So ask yourself this question: what is it I need to cut? How do I adjust? And I like that. It's a very practical thing, right? Instead of having lunch with clients, can I just have coffee? You know what? Can I just meet you in my office? Can I just meet you in your house? Right? Those things cost lesser money, right? So if you think of it that way, congratulations, you're on the right track. You are thinking correctly right now. So I encourage you to think through your business and work through it today, right? I'm going to move forward. What not to cut? Don't cut customer service. Don't cut things that impact your reach with customers. They are more important than ever. Don't cut training and coaching because you need to train yourself. You need to coach yourself. You need someone to coach you and hold you accountable, right? I would argue that training is important. Don't cut that. Don't cut lead gen as well. Some of these things that you must not cut. I think long term, some people and services are worth keeping, right? Okay, make the most of what you have. Use human energy. Put creativity to your energy in working harder and smarter. Ask yourself, how can I do more? Right? Ask yourself this question: what must I do more? Right? Get more assistants, not assistant, right? Work with preferred partners. Don't spend time with people that cannot help you right now. You know, something about a shifting market is that you have 2 kinds of people. There'll be a kind of people that will not do anything and they will complain. They will not do anything and they will complain and they are saying, I'm going to wait for the right time to come before I will do my work. And there's the other kind of people who is always thinking about what's the opportunity. How can I do better? I want to do more right now. Spend time with those people. Don't spend time with these people, right? Now, if you're on this side of the spectrum, please come here. Please ask yourself, what's the opportunity right now? What can I do right now? You know, in a shifting market, when you have an oversupply, the number one opportunity is this. In an oversupply market and when there's an economy strife in the market, likely you have more serious sellers. You all agree? When the market is tough, when the economy is tough, when you have a lot of supply in the market, do you agree that likely you have more serious sellers? If you're not getting conversation with more serious sellers, I argue the agent is not serious in finding the serious sellers because this is a great environment for creating motivated sellers. Meaning a lot of times you will see more motivated sellers. So your energy must be focusing on how can I find more motivated sellers. The conversation is find the opportunity. When there are a lot of inventory in the market, price adjustment is the natural thing that will happen. If you don't believe me, go to the supermarket. When the supermarket can't sell out a lot of things, they will throw it out for sale. Go to the bakery. I don't know about you. I think I've seen it in Manila as well. In the bakery, at the end of the last 2 hours of the time, what happens to all the bread and all the pastries, guys? Put in the chat box. What happened? At the end of the day, if the bakery closes at 7 o'clock, at 4:30 to 5 o'clock, what would they do normally to the stuff? It's on sale. They say it's 50% off, 30% off, discount, sale, discount. It's the same thing, right? It's the same thing. The challenge is, are you talking to enough owners that can find you, that will give you potential motivation that they want to sell, right? Most owners today in the market, a lot of them, I won't say most, but a lot of them needs to unload. And you and I have the opportunity to help them unload. So use your energy correctly, right? Maximize your tools, right? You should be having more signboards out there. If you are looking at signboards, you should be going out there and having more signboards. Like I have an agent, right, in Malaysia. He covers this area. His goal is to put as many signboards as we can in all the houses. Like his signboard is so clear that people may call him to ask for directions, because the government signboards is lesser than his signboards. So you need to put a lot of sign, and you need to be seen in the market where you are actually valid, right? So use your signs as much as you can, because it is something that will help you improve your visibility, right? Use your database on command. This is a time to mix the most of it. How many of you are? We had a database bootcamp last week, and I think we have a good reception of people understanding. Have all your database logged into your websites, right? And have all your listings on command right now. How many of you have listings on command right now? How many of you put listings in command, right? If you're running command. Let me share with you one thing that is exciting that we have in command right now that I think most agents don't take advantage of these things. You see, because of our technology that we have, we are now able to gather listings from every agent in our system to be put inside here. And when you show this to your client is able to search for all listings. I'm going to do an exercise with you right now. I'm going to put in the chat box here. Hang on, let me just go to my chat box. I want you all to what do you call that? To go to this website right now. If you can, click on this link right now. It's my personal website. I want you all to be my client right now. Okay, I want you all to go to my website right now. Are you there? Click on the website. It will ask you to register. And when you register, just register via Facebook or register via Google. Are you there right now? I'm gonna put it in Facebook as well. Right? I'm gonna show you something that most of us are not using. Okay. Sorry. My bad. Hang on. It's wrong thing. Hang on. 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 There you go. Jonathan Lee, sorry, jonathanlee.kw.com. That's the right one, sorry. There you go. Can't find the website. Let me give you jonathanlee.kw.com. My bad. There you go. Got it. Okay, go into the website now. I want you to log in. I will ask you to log in right now. Just log in through Google or log in through Facebook. How many of you have logged in already? If you have logged in, please press 1. I'm going to show you how you're going to get leads registered on your website. Anyone else? Okay. I'm going to stop sharing my screen right now. Hang on, I'm going to share with you my other screen. Did you manage to log into my website? Anyone? Did you manage to log into my website? Can't secure connection. JonathanLee.kw.com. There you go. Right. Are you already surfing? Are you already checking out listing on my website right now? Yes, you are in. Are you looking at the website right now? I want you to click on listings on the website right now. Whatever listing you have, just click on it right now. Search the website, click on it. Look for properties in Manila, click on it. You all found it? Now, if you just would call, hang on. I found someone now. Rolando Darius, there you go. I'm going to show you my screen right now.
Federland.
There you go. Can you see my screen right now on my command? I have 4 leads that contacted me today, which is you guys here. I got Nora Mojares, Yolando Darius, Errol Joseph, Marlo. All these are actually you just click onto my website and let me see what are you searching on my website right now. I'm able to see that you register for my website, right? And as you are browsing listings there, if you're looking at listings there right now, it will inform me what listing are you searching right now. So all you need to do to generate leads right now is to send out this link of your own website, right? Of your own website. Search for listings, search for leads, look at the listing, click on the listings. It will tell you what you are searching for right now, what your clients are searching for right now. So the value behind having a website, personal website right now is more powerful than ever before because this is free. If I were to send out this particular link to all my database right now, imagine all my database now has been sent out this link and they register on it and they're searching the websites before they're searching 𝗏𝗲𝗄𝐷. That's free, right? I'm not sure if you understand what I'm talking about, but that's really free. It helps you to save costs right now because you are engaging with your database in a very different manner, right? So those who are using KW command, you need to put in more listings in order for you to help you generate more leads. So that these are free things that a lot of times we don't use enough, right? Okay, I'm going to pause it for a while. Andy, got any questions?
Any question? Hello, any questions? You see, who was logged in? I tried to log in. Also. I don't know if you saw my name there.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I did.
So that means the command is not just your container of contacts list, right? It is something that you really bring out to the market and will be very useful for you tracking down who's tracking you down. All right. And then you can follow up on them immediately. And this will be maybe one of your top priorities when you time block in the morning. Connect with these people.
Right.
They may not all be leads as a direct buyer, but they may be leads as a referrer.
Right. Right. And the idea is this, because when you look at if you look at our website, right, the beauty part of our website is that all the listings will appear, but it will show only one agent. Let me share with you how it looks like, right? If you're not already searching on my website, if you search on my website right now, you can see that I'm not an agent. Definitely, I'm not an agent in Manila, and I don't have any listings as I'm out of production for some time. I'm more into training, education, and management. So if I click on this particular listing, this is in 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 Avenue, Quezon City. I have no idea where this is, but you guys would know. And this listing is courtesy of Mandy Salazar, one of our agents from KW Manila Bay. It gives him the recognition, but at the same time, the client only see me as an agent. Can you see? They only see me as an agent. So when they want to touch base with me right now, they can, right? Once they contact me or they requested, it will appear in my mobile phone. It will appear in my mobile app on command that you have an inquiry, right? But because this particular website now empowers the client to search for the listings on their own, right? If you're interested to search for listings in this particular location, the client now can do that on their own. So that's really the value of really putting listings in command. Therefore, most of the times we are not using what we have. My point is, are we using all the resources that's given to us? And all these are free. This is not costing any money, right? All these are free. And all the listings that you can search, not only in Manila, but you can search listings all over the world. Hey, you might have a client say that I want to look for somewhere with a zip code FL33702 in Florida. Right? And there you go, it will come out. Like all the listings in Florida will appear.
So this means, Jonathan, like for example, because you see the key in real estate is leads, listings, and leverage, right? Now, people would like to go to you because they know that whatever they need and whatever they want to look for can be found with you. So even if I only have 3 listings, 3 personal listings in my website, if somebody goes to my website, they will see all these listings and I will be the contact person, right?
Correct. That's right. That's right. So the goal is, how do you create meaningful relationship with your client by giving them more value, right? And engaging with them in a more consistent way, because there's no way we can have 1,000 people talking to us at the same time, but you can have 1,000 people looking at your website. And every time they look at the website, they tell you that the system will inform you, oh, this agent is this particular client, this person in your database is now looking at this listing, right? So why the point am I saying this is because this brings you leads that doesn't cost you any money, right? All you need to do is send a message to someone and say, hey, I just set up my new website. Can you please sign in to my website and look at my website and tell me how you feel about the website? Once he goes there, he's stuck in the website. He will forever look at it. And by the way, there's a mobile app as well. For this whole application, you can download a mobile app that is linked to the website. So the mobile app and the website is the same thing. It's just one is on the mobile and one is on the website. But it brings so much power to your business because now your database is even able to search on your system. That is why we need to use whatever we have before we start thinking about spending more money, right? It's like you got to use what you have already before thinking about spending more money. That's my point in this whole thing, right? Right. Any thoughts on you, Andy? Any thoughts?
Yeah, it's I think a lot of the people here are very surprised about this feature. No?
Right. Yes. So there are videos online. I mean, if you're interested to look at how we are doing technology, please reach out to someone. What link we should get to check to get a free website. So you could at least build your own website. You can build your own website. Look at Wix, W-I-X, Wix. Wix is a free, it's not really free. You pay a small fee to set up a website. Wix is one option, but you need to learn how to do it and have a lead capture form in Wix. But the challenge with Wix is you only have your own listings, right? You cannot have other people's listings. Here you are having every single agent listing in the system, which potentially looks like your listing. So when you send out to your clients, they're able to see hundreds of listings in Manila, but they see you as the agent. That's the difference.
You can act as a referrer to this.
Correct. They can either act as a referral or they could actually really be interested to inquiry. Then you work with your agent in the system to kind of co-broke with them, right? Yeah, so that's the goal. So if all of us who have KW Command right now, if we just put in more time, every day I want to add 5 people to my website. I want to add 10 people to my website. I want to send to 20 people to my website, right? You have a group of people that's using your website and searching your website. And guess what? Whenever they want to give a referral, tell them, you know what? Can you ask your friend to sign into my website? I'll be very happy. Right? And it's not difficult, right? You're signing to my website in less than 1 minute. It's a very simple, straightforward thing.
Can you compare this, Jonathan, with like right now, what's very in is what they call affiliate marketing for products, right? So in effect, this one also seems like an affiliate marketing because you are going to have, or you're going to carry thousands or hundreds of thousands of listings from all over the world.
Right.
And if somebody goes to your site, they go through you.
Yes, correct. It's very similar to affiliate